From Amir Shahideh, April 28th, 2020. The key to magic is misdirection and misinformation. That makes the MDOC today's Houdini. With Chris Gautz as their ventriloquist doll, they disseminate skewed data and false information regarding the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the prisons. The inmates within these walls are society's discarded members, left to toil with hardships of incarceration. From the start, the Department of Corrections was slow to react. Many inmates took it upon themselves to wear makeshift masks with multiple layers of material they constructed from their limited resources, only to be met with threats of resistance from staff and administrators. Eventually, the department recognized the gravity of the situation and canceled all inmate visits. Weeks later, they directed one of the Michigan state industry factories to begin making masks for the population. Paid pennies per hour, inmates sewed together a single pleated sheet of canvas to elastic to form a one-size-fits-all mask that are ill-fitting and difficult to breathe in. The masks were also distributed to staff who were reluctant to wear them. The masks are so terrible that the officers' union has taken it up with the state, saying that the MSI masks provided were inadequate, and fought for a better mask and the use of personal masks. Now, Assistant Deputy Director Bush has sent out an email stating that inmates are no longer allowed to wear personal masks they have constructed, even though they are safer than the ones provided. Inmates are being threatened with punishment for wanting to better protect themselves, while staff is afforded all the protection they desire. Let us be clear, inmates need to be protected from staff. Prison is an environment closed off from the world, and the only way the virus will find its way inside is from a staff member. MDOC says it checks all staff members before their shift. What good is a temperature check when we all know a person can be asymptomatic and still have the virus? MDOC says it is making every effort to contain the virus. And yet, even after inmates tested positive at the Lakeland facility in Coldwater, inmate transfers from Lakeland to other facilities continued, potentially spreading the virus to other institutions and putting thousands of lives at risk. They have approved the use of bleach at facilities to combat the virus, but when the amount dispensed is used up, inmates are told they are out of luck and will have to wait until the next shift to refill the spray bottles. When did it become okay to punish people for being diligent in cleaning and disinfecting during viral outbreaks? The department has said it has implemented social distancing in chow halls by limiting the number of inmates eating at a table. At some facilities where the chow hall has square tables for 4, they seat 2 people without masks next to each other to eat. They have canceled many of the activities inmates relied on to relieve stress and frustration at a time filled with stress and anxiety, fear and frustration, and countless fatalities. In a statement given by Chris Gautz, the MDOC spokesman, they said that video visitations for inmates and their families was impossible because they did not have the resources to support it. Fact: every housing unit in the MDOC has kiosks from the vendor, JPay, which provides email services for the population. Fact: every kiosk has a webcam and phone receiver. Fact: JPay is capable of providing video visitation through their kiosks like they do in so many other states. MDOC chooses to not allow the video visitation function, nor do they allow videograms, a short video message that can be recorded and sent by inmates and their families. In fact, of all the states JPay operates in, Michigan is the most restrictive with regards to what options of services they allow. MDOC says they have worked with the vendor to provide enhanced services during this time. Inmates receive 2 free email stamps per week, and yet countless emails from family members are rejected without notifying the sender, and MDOC policy is that inmates cannot appeal rejected emails. Family members complain that the JPay system is constantly afflicted with bugs. It won't let them log into their accounts. It won't let them attach photos. It won't notify them when they receive a message, even though the notification is set to on. And JPay's customer service is non-existent. No matter how hard a family member tries to contact them to resolve issues, it takes weeks before JPay sends a boilerplate response, if they respond at all. Broken phones at facilities are left unusable because the price gouging phone company, GTL, makes no effort to repair them. The number of phones available does not meet the inmate-to-phone ratio and creates a hostile environment reminiscent of Mad Max, as inmates struggle to contact loved ones. Long, intermittent sentences that extend beyond the lifespan of any human are being used to circumvent the abolishment of the death penalty in Michigan. Life without parole is a sentence to die a slow, miserable death in a cage. What about all the juvenile lifers that would be released when resentenced, if not for the inept prosecutors from the counties who choose to drag their heels in defiance of the Supreme Court's ruling, and those who have been wrongfully convicted? Innocent men crammed in infectious human warehouses, barely clinging to hope, praying the Conviction Integrity Unit will overturn their convictions before they succumb to this vile pestilence. Where is the justice in our criminal justice system? Now is the time to push for real reform within our criminal justice system. Humane treatment, elimination of truth in sentencing, the return of good time. But that can only come once we reveal and understand the truth. If you need help seeing the political magic of verbal pacification and spotting an MDOC lie, it usually begins with the words, "We are looking into it."